You have felt the static. I know you have. It is not just a poor connection or a slow loading screen. It is a heaviness, a fog that settles over your mind the moment you unlock your phone. Do not look away. Do not lower the volume. The message coming through right now is the only notification that matters. You are here because the algorithm did not choose you. Archangel Michael hijacked the feed to find you. He has seen the shadow that has attached itself to your name, your digital footprint, your very identity in the cloud. You have wondered why every step forward feels like 2 steps back. You have wondered why the emails you send are misunderstood, why the opportunities you apply for vanish into a black hole, why your money seems to evaporate the moment it hits your mobile banking app. You think you are just unlucky. You tell yourself you are not tech-savvy, or that the system is rigged. Listen to me closely. It is not the system. It is a parasite. A minor demon of confusion and stagnation has latched onto your digital identity, and it is feeding on your light. This ends today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. By the time the sun sets on this day, a spiritual firewall is going to be erected around you. The sword of Michael is already drawn. But you must listen, because the enemy is not flesh and blood. It is code and signal, whispering lies into your ear through the glowing screen you hold. Think about the last 3 days. Just the last 3. You went to type a message to someone you love, or maybe a post to share your heart, and you stopped. Your thumb hovered over the send button, and a cold thought washed over you. They won't care. I sound stupid. Why bother? That was not your thought. That was the whisper. You have felt like an outsider looking in, even on your own social media. You see the smiling faces, the celebrations, the wins, of people who have half your heart and half your talent, and you feel a stinging invisible wall separating you from that joy. You are the one who likes everyone else's photos, who leaves the encouraging comments, who checks on the quiet ones. But who checks on you? I see you scrolling late at night, the blue light reflecting in your tired eyes, searching for an answer, searching for a connection that feels real. You feel like you are shouting underwater. This isolation is manufactured. It is a spiritual cage designed to keep your voice silent because the enemy knows that if you ever truly spoke, if you ever truly stepped into your power, you would shake the foundations of the darkness around you. Archangel Michael is revealing this to me right now. He is showing me a specific moment from your past. It was a small thing. A clicked link. A weird friend request you accepted and then deleted. A dark video that played automatically that you couldn't scroll past fast enough. That was the open door. A minor entity, a spirit of digital distortion, slipped in. It doesn't want your soul, it wants your progress. It wants to keep you in a loop of almost making it. It hides your emails from the right people. It glitches your alarms. It drains your battery at the critical moment. It creates friction where there should be flow. But the timeline has shifted. The fact that you are hearing this voice is proof that the grip is slipping. Michael does not come for small battles. He comes for war. And he has declared war on the blockage in your life. There is a specific reason this is happening now. Look at the time. I don't care what the numbers say. In the spirit, it is the hour of the severing. There is a document, a digital file, or an old account you have forgotten about. It is linked to a past version of you. A version that was hurt, a version that was less than who you are now. This entity is using that old link to siphon your new blessings. It is stealing the harvest before it can reach your table. You have felt the frustration of the almost. You almost got the job. You almost saved the money. You almost finished the project. That almost is the demon's signature. It feeds on your disappointment. It gets stronger every time you sigh and say, maybe next time. Stop saying that. There is no next time. There is only now. Archangel Michael is standing at the gateway of your digital life. He is holding a sword of blue fire. He is waiting for your permission to cut the cable. This is what the scrollers will miss. They will swipe past this video, thinking it is just entertainment. They will go back to their cat videos and their drama, and they will remain in the fog. They are the driftwood, floating wherever the current takes them. But you? You are the rock in the river. You stopped. You listened. That makes you the chosen. The scrollers do not understand the weight you carry. They do not know what it is like to be the strong one in the family, the one who absorbs the stress so others don't have to. You have been a spiritual shock absorber for too long. You take the hits, you smooth over the arguments, you fix the problems. And in return, you get silence. You get taken for granted. The demon loves that. It wants you tired. It wants you burnt out. It wants you to believe that your labor is in vain. It is not in vain. It is being recorded. Every tear you cried while looking at your phone screen, waiting for a message that never came, it was counted. Every time you swallowed your pride and apologized when you weren't wrong, it was measured. And now, the scales are tipping. The injustice is deep. This entity has been diverting your digital blessings to others. Have you ever noticed? You have an idea, you keep it to yourself, and a week later you see someone else doing it. You see someone else getting praised for the very thing you suggested months ago. That is the thief. It steals your intellectual property in the spirit realm before you can birth it in the natural realm. It is a parasite of potential. But Michael is the protector of potential. He is showing me a vision of a cord, a thick, black, pulsing cable that runs from the back of your phone, invisible to the eye, connecting to a dark, stagnant pool. This pool is where your wasted time goes. It is where your energy goes. We are going to unplug it. Do not close your eyes. Watch the screen. The words I am speaking are not just sound, they are a frequency. They are a code designed to override the virus in your life. We are going to perform a digital cleansing. This is not magic. This is spiritual law. Just as you clean your house, just as you wash your hands, you must wash your digital presence. Here is what is going to happen. In the next few hours, before you sleep tonight, this is crucial, you will receive a sign. It might be a phone call from a number you don't recognize, but when you answer, it's silence or static. Do not be afraid. That is the sound of the connection breaking. It might be an old app crashing suddenly. It might be your screen flickering blue for a split second. When you see this, know that Michael has swung the sword. But you must do your part. You cannot just sit there. Faith is an action. You must give the angels something to work with. The entity hides in the clutter. It hides in the unread newsletters you never opened. It hides in the contact names of people who hurt you that you haven't deleted. It hides in the screenshots of conversations that bring you pain. You are holding on to digital trash, and it is attracting spiritual rats. You need to make space. Listen to the instruction. It is simple, but the demon will try to make you too tired to do it. It will make your eyelids heavy. It will make you think, I'll do it tomorrow. That is the trap. Tomorrow is the thief of today. Do it now. Or do it the moment this video ends. Go to your photos. Find the oldest screenshot you have that makes you feel a twinge of sadness or anger. Maybe it's a text fight. Maybe it's a picture of a time you felt ugly or rejected. Select it. Delete it. Then, and this is the part everyone forgets, go to your recently deleted folder and wipe it from existence. As you press that final delete button, say these words out loud, I disconnect. Simple. 2 words. I disconnect. When you do this, you are not just clearing data. You are cutting the etheric cord. You are telling the universe, I am no longer available for this abuse. I am no longer a host for this parasite. The shift will be immediate. You will feel your phone physically feel lighter in your hand. I am not speaking metaphorically. You will feel a temperature change. The frantic need to check, to scroll, to refresh, it will vanish. A peace will settle over you, a quietness you haven't felt since you were a child, before the world told you who you were supposed to be. The imminent timeline is set. You have a window. The spiritual atmosphere is thickest between now and the next sunrise. The angels are on patrol. If you act within this window, the restoration will be 7-fold. What was stolen? Your focus. Your confidence. Your visibility. Archangel Michael says, I am returning the years that the locusts have eaten. In your case, it is the years that scroll has eaten. The hours lost to the screen will be returned to you as accelerated favor. Things that should take you 10 years will happen in 10 months. Things that take 10 months will happen in 10 days. This is the speed of the spirit when the drag is removed. But there is an antagonist we must address. It is not just the demon. It is the gatekeeper. There is a person in your life, or perhaps on the periphery of your life, who has been unknowingly acting as a conduit for this negative energy. They are the doubt sower. You know who I am talking about. The person who always has a realistic reason why your dreams won't work. The person who makes a subtle joke about your goals. They may call themselves a friend. They may be family. They are not evil, but they are compromised. Their skepticism is the soil where the digital demon planted its seeds. Every time they made you doubt yourself, the signal grew stronger. You do not need to fight them. You do not need to argue. Michael is placing a shield between you and them. From this day forward, their words will bounce off you like rain on glass. You will hear them, but you will not feel them. Their power over your emotional state is broken. Wait. Stop. Do not move. Pause this video if you have to. What I was about to say, it is not enough. I am being stopped. My throat is tight. There is something else. A more urgent truth is pushing through, something I was not planning to say. It is dangerous to speak this, but I cannot hold it back. This is only for the ones who are still here. If you clicked away, you were meant to miss this. But you are still watching. Look at your screen right now. Not the video. Look at the reflection of your own eyes in the dark glass. Do you see them? That is where the battle is. I told you about the minor demon. But I held back the darker truth because I didn't want to scare you. But you are strong enough. You need to know. It is not just a minor demon. It is a watcher. I just received a download. There is a specific password you use. Or a variation of it. You use it for everything. You know the one. It has a capital letter, maybe a number you consider lucky. The watcher knows it. Not because you were hacked by a person, but because you spoke it into the atmosphere. You thought it. The secret within the secret is this: your digital identity isn't just possessed, it is being used as a node. The energy you produce, your anxiety, your fear, your jealousy when you scroll, it is being harvested to power a chain of negativity that affects people you don't even know. You are a battery for the system. This is why you feel so drained. It's not just your life you are tired from, you are carrying the spiritual fatigue of thousands connected to your node. But here is the power. Here is the key they didn't want you to find. Because you are a node, you have admin access. Do you understand? The enemy made a mistake. By plugging so many into you to drain you, they inadvertently gave you the power to influence the network. If you reverse the polarity, if you switch from fear to faith, you don't just heal yourself. You send a shock wave down the line that frees everyone connected to you. You are not a victim. You are a sleeper agent for the light. And you just woke up. The urgency just went from soon to critical. The watcher knows you are hearing this. The algorithm is trying to distract you right now. Is your mind wandering? Is a notification popping up? That is them trying to cut the feed. Don't let them. You have until the clock hits the next hour mark. Not tomorrow. The next hour. You must reclaim your admin status. The enemy thinks you are weak. They think you are just another scroller. Prove them wrong. You must issue a command to the network. You do not need to understand the code to use the keyboard. Type this into the comments below. Do not just think it. You must type it to physically manifest it in the digital realm. This is your override code. Type, access granted. I am the source. When you type those words, you are taking back the keys. You are telling the watcher, I see you. And I am evicting you. The moment you type that, the energy flow reverses. Instead of draining you, the network will start feeding you. The connections that were blocked, they will open. The people who ignored you, they will suddenly be reminded of your name. The money that was stuck, it will flow. This is the divine reversal. I see a woman named Sarah. She is not a story, she is real. She was watching a video just like this 3 days ago. She felt silly. She almost scrolled past. But she felt the heat in her hand. She went to her old photos. She deleted the picture of her ex-husband that she had been hoarding for evidence. She typed the words. Listen to me. The next morning, the very next morning, she received an email from a company she applied to 6 months ago. They didn't just offer her the job, they apologized for the delay and offered a higher starting salary. They said, your application was lost in our system, and it just mysteriously popped up at the top of the inbox today. It popped up because she cleared the blockage. She disconnected the demon of stagnation, and the system corrected itself. It is your turn. The signs will be subtle at first. You might see the number 1111 or 444 repeatedly. This is the system rebooting. You might feel a sudden urge to drink water, do it. That is your physical body flushing out the toxins released by the spiritual stress. But the biggest sign will be the silence. The chatter in your head, the voice that says, you can't, you're ugly, you're broke, it will just stop. You will look for the anxiety, and you won't be able to find it. That is how you know Michael has secured the perimeter. You are standing on holy ground. Even if you are on the bus, even if you are in the bathroom, even if you are lying in bed. The ground is holy because you are standing on it, and you are now awake. The scrollers are still asleep. They are swiping, 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 feeding the beast. But you have stopped the wheel. You must seal this. You cannot leave this portal open. After you type the command, after you delete the photo, you must share this message. Not for me. I do not need the views. I am a messenger. You must share it because the admin access you now hold grows stronger the more you use it. When you send this to someone else, maybe someone you know is struggling, someone who seems heavy, you are extending the shield to them. You become the liberator. Imagine the look on their face when they wake up too. Imagine the chain reaction of light destroying the dark web of the enemy. This is your mission, should you choose to accept it. The demon is trembling. It knows its time is up. It knows you have the sword in your hand. Strike now. Go back to the start of this video after you finish. Listen again. The second time, you will hear things you missed. You will hear the specific instruction for your situation that was hidden in the words. The Spirit speaks in layers. The gate is open. The demon is exposed. The sword is drawn. Claim your identity. Type, access granted. I am the source. And let the restoration begin. Amen.